The woman was feeding a doll as if it were her own child. Suddenly, the next moment, she herself turned into a doll. It turned out that her son had unfortunately passed away in a car accident. The mother, out of extreme longing, had taken the boy's corpse to a renowned local doll maker. He only needed a few strands of hair and a personal belonging to bring the deceased back to life. Laura approached the doll and found it looked very different from her son. Her husband then told her, "You just paid a high price for some psychological comfort." At this point, the doll maker said to Laura, "Pick up your son and you'll feel something different." So Laura picked up the doll, but the instant her hand reached for it, the doll suddenly grabbed her. Laura happily hugged her son tightly. Her husband slowly walked towards Laura, and the moment he touched the doll, it instantly transformed into their son. Subsequently, the doll maker visited their home and warned them that the doll could only stay indoors. If touched by sunlight, it would immediately revert to its original form. He then took out an hourglass and told the couple that they only had half an hour each day to spend with this child. They had to put the doll back in its box before time ran out, or else they would gradually lose themselves and even treat the doll as their real child. Failing to follow these conditions would result in dire consequences. However, Laura gradually became immersed in the child's world and couldn't extricate herself. She even fed the doll every day, and the kitchen was piled with unwashed dishes. Her husband tried to pull his wife back to reality, but Laura had completely given up on herself and didn't care about what he said. Left with no choice, the husband dragged Laura, wanting to expose the doll to sunlight to make her realize it wasn't their child. But the instant Laura stepped out the door, she also turned into a doll. It turned out that Laura had long been immersed in the child's world, so she gradually became a doll herself. With no other option, the husband hid the dolls away. Having lost the dolls, Laura gave up hope and gave up on life. The husband, out of deep longing for his wife, also turned Laura into a doll. He brought his wife back into the house and held her tightly, while the table was already piled with countless hourglasses.